Come to your mat and find your way into child's pose. Your hips being drawn towards your heels. Your knees can be together or far apart. Your arms can be long out in front of you or at your sides. But just begin to find your breath. As you're sitting here in child's pose, begin to connect with your body by connecting with your breath. Feel your lungs expand and contract as your chest rests against your thighs. And just take this brief moment to give back to yourself. Connecting, letting all distracting thoughts go, and just being present. Inhaling deep and exhaling deep. And setting the stage for your practice today. Very gently find your way to all fours, coming into a cat-cow. So as you inhale, gaze up towards the ceiling, curving your spine down, and as you exhale, lead with your belly button, curve your spine up and drop your head down. Shoulders are above your wrists, knees are below your hips, and just move with your breath, inhaling, lengthening your spine, looking up, and exhale, curving your spine like a cat. Inhale and exhale. Good. Come to all fours, bring your toes into the mat, and just begin to rock on your toes, stretching your feet, and then walk your hands back towards your feet, towards the back of your mat, and see if you can find a little bit of a balance into a toe stand. You can keep your hands on the mat if that helps you. Just pull your belly in, find stability in the balance, and breathe. Placing your hands forward, inhale your hips up, coming into a half lift, flatten your back, and exhale, fold in, drawing your heart towards your thighs. Good, just hanging here for a few moments in a forward fold. You can grab your elbows, maybe sway back and forth. Just find what feels best to you. As you inhale, take a flat back again, looking forward, half lift. And as you exhale, plant your hands firmly and inhale your right foot up towards the sky as high as you can. You can keep your hands on your mat. You can grab your leg, maybe grab a block and place your hands on a block. And as you inhale, gaze forward again. Exhale, ground into your left foot and inhale, lift up into warrior three. So your right foot is reaching back as you're reaching forward with your head. Your arms can be at your sides, reaching behind or reaching forward, wherever you find the stability. But as you inhale, stand up very gently and find your way into tree. Placing your right foot on your inner left thigh, or maybe just on your calf, wherever you are flexibility-wise, and bring your hands to heart center. With balancing, find a steady gazing point off the tip of your nose. Belly pulls in and breathe deep. And as you inhale, bring your right knee forward in front of you, grabbing your right knee with your left hand and finding your way into a twist. You don't have to reach your right arm back. You can keep your right hand on your hip. Inhale, gaze forward, lengthen your right foot in front of you and just step it very gently and slightly towards the front of your mat, bending your right knee over your ankle and coming into a crescent lunge. And you can place your hands on your thigh if you don't like to reach up, or your hands can be at heart center, but reach your left heel back as you're on your left toes. Really stretch deep in your hips. Belly pulls in and breathe deep. As you exhale, plant your left heel into the mat, interlocking your fingers behind you, keeping your right knee bent. Inhale, open your heart and your chest, gazing up. And as you exhale, fold forward into the space on the inside of your right thigh, coming into a humble warrior. So let your shoulders relax, breathing deep, belly stays pulled in, breath stays strong. As you inhale, come up into reverse warrior, keeping your right knee bent, over your ankle, reaching your right arm up and back. Left hand rests lightly on your left thigh. As you inhale, straighten out, straighten both of your legs. Reach your right hand over your toes and then placing it on a block or next to your right foot, coming into triangle. Gazes up towards your left fingertips, reaching tall. As you exhale, gaze down, plant your left hand, step your left foot in slightly, and then inhale, twist your torso out to the right, coming into revolved or twisted triangle. Good. Gazes up towards your right fingertips. Exhale, gaze down. Bend your right knee again and place your right hand on the inside of your right foot and lift your left arm up, coming into a deep lunge. If you'd like, you can take a bind, bringing your right hand underneath your right thigh and binding it with your left. Exhale, gaze down again, plant both of your hands and inhale your right foot up and back. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hips up to the side. Good. Maybe gaze through that little window you've made with your left hand and left leg. Look at your toes. Inhale back to three-legged dog. Right leg reaches up and tall. Back is straight. And then as you exhale, plant both of your feet down and come to your knees. Once on your knees, you're going to place your lower hands on your lower back. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and just exhale. Press your hips forward and drop your head back. Just a slight back bend. Inhale, come up. Head comes up last. Plant your hands at your sides and try it again, placing your hands on your lower back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, belly pulls in, fold back, dropping your head back, pressing your hips forward. Breathing deep. Inhale, come up. Head comes up last and come back into child's pose. And finding that sweet spot, your knees can be together or far apart. Just breathe, reconnect with your breath, feeling your body warming up and moving back from the beginning. As you inhale, come to all fours, reach your head up, spine lengthens, cat-cow. Exhale, belly pulls in, head drops down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curve. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, curve up like a cow. Inhale. And exhale. Finding your way back to a neutral spine. Bring your toes into the mat. Lean back and then just very gently walk your hands towards your feet, coming onto your toes for a balance. Feeling that stretch in your feet. Try to get your thighs parallel to the ground, squeezing your knees together. As you inhale, lift your hips up, straighten your legs, flat back, and exhale, fold into a forward fold. Just dangling here again. Just reminding our body of the poses we just did. Okay, taking any type of forward fold that feels best for you. As you inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, plant your hands and really ground. And then as you inhale, lift your left foot up and back, reaching it tall towards the sky. And seeing if you can fold forward even more with that balance. Coming into a standing splits, even though I don't have it all the way. But just be where you're at. Do the humble work. And inhale, look forward. Exhale, ground into your right foot. And then as you inhale, lift up into a warrior three. Balancing solely on your right foot. Left toes and left foot reaches back. Hands can reach back or to your sides or long out in front of you. Whatever works best for you. Keep your hips level. Good. Exhale, ground again into your right foot. Inhale, stand up, nice and gentle, coming into tree pose. Left foot plants on the inside of your right thigh. Hands come to heart center. Or if you'd like a little bit of a challenge, you can reach your hands up towards the sky. And exhale. Bring your left knee in front of you, grabbing onto your left knee with your right hand. Ooh, wobble just a little bit. And then twist your torso out to the side. Left hand reaches back or stays on your hip, but just find that twist. Inhale, gaze forward. Lightly step your left foot towards the front of your mat, coming onto your right toes. Right heel pulls back. Left knee bends over your ankle. Inhale your arms up into crescent lunge. And maybe placing your hands on your thigh, but keep your left knee over your ankle. Find that stretch deep in your hips. And breathe. As you exhale, interlock your fingers behind you. Bring your right heel to the mat. And as you exhale, fold forward into that space on the inside of your left thigh. Humble warrior. Letting your shoulders stretch. As you inhale, come up, keep your left knee bent over your ankle, and come into reverse warrior. Left arm reaches up and back, right arm lightly rests on your back leg. And as you inhale, come up to center, straighten your legs, reach your left fingers over your toes, sitting deep into your left hip, and coming into triangle. Gaze is towards your upper fingertips, your right hand. As you exhale, gaze down. Right hand plants, step your right foot in slightly before you inhale, open your chest up to the left, coming into revolved triangle. Left arm reaches up, gaze is towards your left fingertips. Breathe deep and feel the stretch. As you exhale, gaze down, planting your hands, and then planting your left hand on the inside of your left foot, bending your left knee, and right arm reaches up. If you'd like to take the bind deep in that lunge, you can do so. But if not, just be happy with where you are. Feel the stretch in your hips, keeping your knee over your ankle. Exhale, gaze down, plant your hands firmly. Left leg goes up and back into three-legged dog. And then exhale, bend your knee, opening your hips up to the side. Inhale, back to three-legged dog. Stretching deep. And then as you exhale, plant your left foot down onto the mat. Bringing your knees down to the mat and coming up onto your knees and taking that back bend, that camel pose. So hands come to your lower back. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, belly hollows out, drop your head back. If you'd like a little bit deeper this time, you can grab your ankles, but still keeping your belly button pulled towards your spine to protect your back. Breathe deep, use your leg muscles. Inhale, come up, head comes up last. And then try once more, wherever you are in this pose. Just find that point where you can still breathe, but you're also feeling just a slight discomfort of where you can grow. That edge, that sweet edge. Good, breathing deep. Making sure you can breathe, and then on an inhale, coming up, head comes up last. And then exhale back down into child's pose. So now we've worked both sides slowly, and we're going to do both sides again a little bit quicker with the breath. But just make sure you're paying attention to your body. Use these few moments in child's pose to reconnect. See if there's any bad pain that's being caused that could cause injury, and just back off. Connect with your body here in your yoga practice. As you inhale, move into cat-cow, gazing up, curving your spine. Exhale, curve it up like a cat. Inhale, lengthen, curve it down. Exhale. Good, coming to a neutral spine, and then coming onto your toes, and just walk your hands back into the toe stand. Exhale, ground. And then as you inhale, lift your hips up, straightening your legs, flat back, half lift, and exhale, fold in. Inhale, lift your right foot up towards the ceiling. Maybe if you'd like a little bit more, you can take a bind, grabbing your right foot with your left hand and just pulling up towards the ceiling. Inhale, come into warrior three. Exhale, ground into your left foot. Inhale, standing up, coming into tree pose. Exhale, right knee comes forward, grabbing your right knee with your left hand, or if you have the flexibility, you can grab your left foot or your right foot with your left hand, lengthening your right leg out and coming into a twist. Okay, wherever you are is great. Inhale, gaze forward. Step your right foot forward, landing into crescent lunge. Right knee bends over your ankle. Inhale, your arms up on your thigh. You're at heart center. Exhale, interlock your fingers, back heel plants. Inhale, open your chest, and exhale, fold forward, humble warrior. Inhale, coming up into reverse warrior. Right knee stays bent, right arm reaches up. Inhale, straighten your legs, reach forward, coming into triangle. Exhale, gaze down. Coming into revolve triangle, stepping your back foot in, left hand plants. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, gaze down again, right knee bends, but either taking that bind or just keeping your hand planted on the inside of your foot in that deep lunge. Open your chest, exhale, plant your hands, inhale your right foot back, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend your knee, maybe flip your dog coming into wild thing if you'd like that. Gazing up towards your upper fingertips. Exhale, gaze down, inhale. Reach your foot up again, and then exhale, lower it down into downward dog, and then back onto your knees. Good, coming into that back bend, camel pose. Inhale, gaze up, exhale, folding back. Maybe reaching for your ankles, maybe not. Good, breathing deep, and inhale, come up. But maybe if you don't want to take the full back bend, you can just play around a little bit. Remember, it's your practice. If you'd like to grab one ankle and then exhale and inhale, swoosh around to the other ankle, just warming up your spine, whatever feels good for you. And exhale, find your way back into child's pose. Using these moments to reconnect with your breath. And then as you inhale, very gently find your way back into a cat-cow position. Inhaling, gazing up, curving your spine down. Exhale, curve your spine up. Inhale and exhale, moving with your breath. Inhale, and then coming back to a neutral spine, coming onto your toes, and then walking your hands back into a toe stand. Inhale, trying to sit up on your toes. Exhale, plant your hands in front of you, and as you inhale, lift your hips, straightening your legs, coming into a half lift, and exhale, fold in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, and inhale, lift your left foot up, maybe taking a bind if you'd like. Exhale, ground into your right foot, and inhale, lift up gently into warrior three. Okay, taking whatever warrior three works for you. Ground again on an exhale into your right foot, and inhale, standing up gently into tree pose, or some type of standing balance on your right foot. As you inhale, grab your left toe if you have the flexibility and the ability to lengthen your left leg long, or just grab your left knee and come into a standing twist. And then as you inhale, gaze forward, releasing your foot and planting your left foot at the front of your mat and coming into a crescent lunge. Good. Left knee bends over your ankle, right heel reaches back, right toes onto the mat. Exhale, interlock your fingers, bring your right heel to the mat. Inhale, open your chest, and as you exhale, fold forward into humble warrior, folding into the space on the inside of your left thigh. As you inhale, come up into reverse warrior, keeping your left knee bent, reaching your left arm up and over. Exhale, ground. Inhale, lengthen your legs long. Left hand reaches forward, right arm reaches up, coming into triangle. As you exhale, gaze down. Plant your right hand, step your right foot in slightly, and then as you inhale, lift your left arm up, coming into revolved triangle. As you exhale, gaze down again, bending your left knee and planting your left hand on the inside of your left foot or reaching around and taking the bind into that deep lunge. Exhale, gaze down again, planting both of your hands, and then inhale your left foot up and back. Exhale, bend your knee, maybe flipping your dog, coming into wild thing. Exhale, gaze down. Inhale your foot back into three-legged dog. Then as you exhale, lower it down into downward facing dog and then bringing your knees to the mat. Inhale, coming up onto your knees and taking a back bend wherever you'd like to be. Exhale back, maybe seeing if you can go a little bit deeper, but remembering to never pass the point where you cannot breathe. As you inhale, come up and bring your head up last. Good, playing around, maybe taking another back bend, maybe swaying from side to side. And then once you're done, fold forward into child's pose. Good, sitting nice and deep and reconnecting with your breath. And just reconnecting with your breath and beginning to find a more steady breath. Maybe breathe in gratitude for yourself for your practice today. And just starting to slow down and reconnecting. Preparing yourself for a little cool down and a little bit more deeper stretching. Just breathe. Maybe find a smile coming across your face. But as you inhale, come to a neutral spine, all fours, and then exhale back into downward facing dog. And once in downward facing dog, just breathe again. Hey, letting your neck be loose. Draw your shoulder blades down your spine, heels towards the mat, pressing the ground away from you with your arms. Belly pulls in and is hollow. Good. Bring your knees back to the mat. And then come to a seated position and bring the bottoms of your feet together. Okay, grabbing onto your feet and just prying them open like a book. And then just fold forward, drawing your chin towards the ground. Okay, trying to keep a nice straight spine as much as possible. Feel that stretch deep in your hips and also throughout your back. Okay, just breathing. Your heels can be close to your body or far away, wherever you need to be in this pose. Just find where your body wants to be and breathe. Still staying connected to this moment for the last few minutes. As you sit here in this nice hip stretch and you really connect with your breath, notice the changes that have happened in your body. Then as you inhale, very gently find your way up, back up into a seated position. As you find your way to seated, bring your legs long out in front of you. Kind of peel the flesh away from your sit bones so you can really feel your sit bones grounding into your mat. Toes are reaching up towards the ceiling, and then as you exhale, fold forward, grab your toes. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and then as you exhale, fold in again. Keeping your gaze towards your toes, your shoulders drawn down your spine away from your ears. And just fold forward. If you're practicing with someone, they can lightly press on your back to get a deeper back stretch. And going a little bit deeper, inhale, lengthen your spine, take a deeper bind, whether that's on your ankles or underneath your feet or towards your toes, and then exhale, fold in again. So just taking a deeper forward fold. Not really pulling, but just doing the work deep in your pelvis as you fold forward. Stretching your legs and your back. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, release. Bringing your feet to the mat and finding your way into boat pose or navasana. You really feel yourself settle in on your sit bones. And wherever you need to be in Navasana is great. You can stay here with just your toes coming into the mat, your arms reaching in front of you. You can lift your toes off the mat, lightly rest your hands on the back of your legs, or bring your arms out to the sides. Or if you'd like, you can straighten your legs if you have a full Navasana. Okay, but remember, you don't want to feel this in your legs or your back. This is a core, a deep pelvic floor posture. So remind your body that it is in your core. Pull your belly button in and tight. Relax your face. Good. As you exhale, cross your feet, bringing your feet into your glutes. Plant your hands in front of you, and then step or hop your feet back into a plank, and then lower down into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale back down into downward facing dog. Good. Breathing here. Good. Reconnecting with your breath. Good. And then as you inhale, step or hop your feet forward, bringing them through back into seated, and come back onto your back. Good. Once there, bring your knees into your chest and just rock on your spine a little bit. Rocking from side to side, forward and backward, before just settling in and just slightly bringing your knees towards your chest, trying to relax your shoulders, relax your face, relax your arms, and just feel that stretch in your spine. Dropping your knees to the right into a spinal twist, maybe opening your arms out to a T or bending your arms into cactus arms. You can place a block underneath your knees or underneath your left arm if you feel a little bit too much strain along your chest. But just find yourself into a nice spinal twist. Okay, making adjustments as you see fit, and then just breathing and holding and restoring your body. When it feels good on that one side, just gently switch to the other side, bringing your knees back to center, maybe taking a movement or a stretch in between before landing your knees softly on your left side and coming into a spinal twist on the other side. Remembering to make adjustments as you need. If you want a little bit more of a deeper stretch, you can bring your gaze over the opposite shoulder that your knees are folded to. So your knees are to the left, your gaze is to the right. But only if your neck says that it's okay. And just breathe here. Finding your way out of that spinal twist on your left side. Bring your knees back into your chest and then find your way into happy baby. So reach on the inside of your legs, grabbing your feet or your toes, and then pulling your knees down towards the ground, opening your hips, rocking on your spine from side to side. And then just moving to what feels good to you. So this is a time where you can take a stretch or a movement that your body is calling to you and telling you what it needs. And take that and then find your way into Shavasana. Bringing your hands to your side, palms open up towards the sky, legs flat on the ground, and just finding a normal, relaxed breath. Not breathing with effort, but just letting your breath happen and preparing yourself for your final relaxation. Just letting everything go, staying present, not really working at your breath, but just letting it be. And then taking your time as long as you need. You will stay in Shavasana, your final resting pose, Until you're ready to come out, gently come out when you're ready. The light in me honors the light that shines within you, and thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.